is the impulse about, why do we create standards in the first place? We create standards because everyone is basically doing something similar, but they can't get a foothold on the foundations until they basically agree to come together and say, what are the terms that we're defining? What is the context of definition here? So I have my own ideas about what exactly constitutes a whole-on-graph system, what I'm calling the HDA or whole-on-graph architecture. That's not the only idea. The idea is basically something that's common, and a lot of you have come to me, or a lot of you have come to one another and said, okay, we're developing these things, but it sounds increasingly like we're talking about things that are overlapping. It's a pattern. We're discovering object-oriented programming all over again. And it's not a moment for a single implementation. And that's the assumption that I'm making with this group, is it's not a matter of saying we're going to create a product. It's we're going to create a pattern and a template that describes the commonality that people can utilize so that when they go and create their implementation, they can work with one another. They can connect. They can create a web. They can create a network. This is why we're moving into a holonic architecture, where we're talking about shared conventions, where we're talking about messaging, architecture, interoperability. And we need to basically start reaching out and saying, how do we define these terms? This is what the W3C is very good at. It doesn't work quite as well when the W3C starts defining implementations. And that's always a struggle that we have.